Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick, and today guys we're jumping down into the wonderful world of Cardano's ADA, taking a look at the price action, what's been going on most recently, what we think is likely to happen next, and all that wonderful stuff. Now as I get into the video, if you find it useful and informative, smash that like button, I really do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And if you haven't yet joined us in Discord guys, check it out, link is in the description down below. Let's jump right down into this video then. So here we have Cardano's ADA paired up with USDT. We're using the BitGet spot exchange and the 1 hour time frame. As you can kind of see, we filled out the fair value gap. This occurred actually over here on the 6th of July at about 1500 hours UTC plus 1. See it right there. So the fair value gap has been filled out, so we can remove that. That was the obvious area of retracement. We can see we still see that we stayed above the 26.7831 area. That's the local low down after that kind of big drop in the market. We've moved up, we've come down, and we've got to probably move up again as well. So taking a look at this, what structure are we in at the moment? It doesn't look like we are in any impulsive structure. It does look like it's actually holding quite well, but I would say we probably have ourselves a bit more of a move to the downside here. Let me just kind of get my bearings on that for 1 second. Maybe not. Maybe we're okay. Maybe we're okay right here. It looks like a zigzag pattern to me right there. And let's see, we've got kind of equal lows, so kind of a bullish move. We've obviously found area of pocket of demand down here. It's still not broken the low, so that's looking okay. It'll be interesting to see if that holds or not. Otherwise, maybe we get a bit deeper here with a triple zigzag. That's also something that we need to kind of consider as a possibility in here as well. Yeah, actually that's a possibility right in there as a double zigzag from this end, sorry. Yeah, right here. So we could potentially still see a double zigzag right in here. That could be interesting to see if that one plays out. But for the most part, if we do come down a little bit lower, I would still expect us to hold above the 26.7836 zone. That zone looks like a pretty strong range for me at the moment. We are technically in a bullish structure on our 1 hour time frame. We had the change of characterization to bullish down here. This happened on June 21st. And then we got the break of structure most recently with this high before we broke down. This one happened on the 4th of July. So it still looks like we have a good structure for ADA. It can of course change, but we haven't broken that structure. We are still technically in bullish territory here. So for the most part, that's interesting. Where would this potentially go if we're to break on down from these lows? Yeah, so basically, as you can see, it's a double bottom worst case. At least under that structure that I've kind of got mapped out, and best case 27.2656 right inside there. So I'm just going to put a little yellow box on there, just draw it in like so, and then I'll just remove the fibs so we get those out of the way. So you can see that that's kind of the idea. All in all, this is a giant W, X, and Y structure like so. And then that there would be our B wave complete, because I think essentially here we have the idea that a move to the upside would be due. I'm just going to put it on that. I'm going to put it on the conservative side. Put it right in the double bottom area. That would put us up here looking at testing this high range between 30.1658 and 31.0239. That's going to be the range there. So let me draw that in so you can kind of see. I'll just use A, B, and C to kind of depict that one. So there you go. So you can kind of see that's kind of where the thought pattern is. We'll go down, then we go up, right? But of course, we won't be going up in a straight line. I imagine there will be lots of choppy movements in there as well. Specifically, if we start to kind of think about zigzag patterns or triple zigzags and things to that effect, right? Because essentially they will be quite choppy in their kind of way that they move around and gravitate around for the price action of Cardano's ADA. So for the most part, that's kind of the expectation. Now you can see equilibrium is probably going to be a major area of resistance for us in the future. That also comes in on a fair value gap. So essentially we are talking really between 28.7 and 28.9 cent being a bit of a resistance, and the 50 and 200 EMAs are also going to be a bit of a barrier. So it's going to take some time and some work to kind of work our way up there. Moving over over into our daily time frame though, this doesn't really change much of the fact that we are still looking for a move within a fifth wave structure to the downside, right? Because we are still technically in this range until, of course, we go down lower than 34.85 right? Almost said 34,000. That would be absolutely epic for ADA there. But 34.85 cents, right? That's the kind of break of our structure. So if we were to go higher than 34.85, that would technically prevent us from completing a 5-wave structure like this. However, we can, of course, still acknowledge that we might be kind of stuck in a bit of a ranging market at the moment, stuck in a kind of a B wave structure before we actually drop down into that third wave where we see significant downward pressure. Now at the moment, because this is yet to kind of confirm how high wave 4 is going, current ranging is basically between 80 and 20 cent on the fifth wave low, but it can be higher than this. So I think if we want to be a little bit more cautious and we want to be kind of looking at dollar cost averaging into positions, I'm probably going to say anything lower than 22 cent is probably the area to be aiming for, and kind of just wait for where structures to kind of tell us where things are going. So I'm expecting us to move back down. I am expecting Cardano ADA to go and hit a new bear market low point at some point in its future. Even if it doesn't complete this fifth wave structure, it isn't looking overly strong for a move to the upside either. It's very corrective. It has lots of overlap in movements. And essentially this tells us that we are not likely to see big moves to the upside anytime soon. We first of all have to see nice healthy corrections to the downside. Now our momentum indicator is actually correcting down quite nicely, which means we might just find ourselves in a really long ranging market for great accumulation between maybe 20 and 30 cent, which again I still feel is massively undervalued. This is a nice 10x if you think about all-time high territory, and I still think that Cardano ADA has the ability to set a new all-time high in the next bullish market, and pretty significant ones at that. So for the most part, I'm quite happy to see this ranging for quite some time and see some great accumulation by the cheeky community. I think though I'm going to leave this video there, just nice and brief, kind of get everyone up to speed with what I think is going on with Cardano. If you found it useful, smash the like button. If you're new, subscribe. Don't forget to join us down in Discord. Link is in the description down below. Guys, I will catch you all in the next one.
We are not financial advisors. None of what we have communicated verbally or in writing here should be considered as financial advice. It is not. Do your own research before investing in any digital asset or affiliate offers, and understand that investing in any crypto is risky. If you do, you need to be prepared to lose your entire investment. This video is for information and entertainment purposes only. All our videos are strictly personal opinions. Please make sure you do your own research and never take our opinions for financial guidance. There are multiple strategies, and not all strategies fit all people. Our videos are not financial advice.